There'll be IMAX showings of Dune in the second weekend, half empty.
You think so?
I know so.
Gracias por ver La Esquina de Jody. Thank you for watching Jody's Corner.
Disney reportedly plans to push hard for Avengers Doomsday in premium formats like Dolby, D-Box, and 4DX. Do you know why? Because yes, it looks like it's true that the IMAX theaters are actually bought by DUNE. When Dune comes out the same day as Avengers Doomsday.
Right.
And Dune has the IMAX screens. All of the IMAX screens will be playing Dune 3. That means Avengers has to use your Dolby, D-Box, 4DX, all the others. It's not gonna. We will not be able to watch Doomsday in IMAX. The first time on an Avengers movie that we can't really see, we won't be able to see in IMAX because Dune will be playing on those screens.
That's pretty bullshitty that we gotta.
That's them Hollywood making up for Timothy Chalamet not winning the Oscar.
But I
told you we gonna make sure your movie does well. Greasing palms and Jews. That's why that shit is happening.
They said that the film doesn't need IMAX to gross over $1 billion at the box office. Why? Because IMAX tickets, like for example, I know IMAX is different for wherever you live, so your state, your city might be different, but IMAX tickets are a premium. Out here, if you want to go to Universal City Walk and watch it in a big, it's $30. That's $30 just per person, just to get the screen. That ain't nothing else. That's just to watch the movie. $30, that's a lot of money. $30 for a ticket.
People gonna buy
times
it,
however millions of people would have watched Doomsday. That's a lot of money. So a lot of these movies make $1 billion because of premium formats like your 4DX, your D-Box, your Dolby Digital Atmos, your ICE, and the most popular one, IMAX.
That 4DX gonna make a lot of fucking money. They go them screens. Gonna make
Dude
a lot
said
of money.
freak IMAX. Really? Okay.
People gonna make a lot of money doing that 4DX shit though because everybody wants to see this movie. So,
but there's not a lot of 4DX theaters. That's the thing. There's
It's
very few 4DX.
I thought it was like half and half. Like,
Do you want to charge more, or for a limited number of people, or do you want to charge a cheaper rate? The 4DX is a little bit cheaper. We're gonna get more people in, but you're not getting the $60 tickets, $70 tickets per person. $40 tickets will eventually add up to $1 billion, rather than you spending like the $20, the $15, and multiple people are gonna see it already. So you're cutting you're cutting into your profit.
By a lot, bro. Think of it like this way. Honda Civics sell way more than your Mercedes-Benz,
Your Lexus,
C-Class,
Toyotas,
your Lexus, BMW,
Toyotas.
Luxury vehicles.
Audi,
Yeah.
you know, stuff like that, Porsche. And they sell very fewer cars. You could sell 3 Porsches and make up 100 Honda Civics.
Yeah.
That's why these luxury dealers are so rich.
Yeah.
They might be selling less vehicles, but they're taking much more money
because it's the less sales.
And exactly. So, what would you rather have? For example, I'm just throwing it out there. Would you rather have 100 ticket sales at $7 or 50 ticket sales at $30?
Right. Do you care? Do you want more people to see your film, or do you want the profit? And where the MCU is, they want profit. They don't need the eyes.
Yeah.
Right. The eyes are going to be
They already
there.
got it.
The eyes are guaranteed to be there.
Yeah.
Can we admit that there's going to be enough people that show up for Doomsday to give Doomsday $1 billion without IMAX?
Yeah.
It has the potential. Yes. I think the highest potential of all of them.
I think
it's going to be more
but
people
guaranteed.
who see
But
Doomsday than Doom.
we have to be honest though. Will it cut?
Say that again?
I think it's going to be more people that see Doomsday than Doom.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So if we're looking at, but I think Doom potentially might make more money opening day because of that. This opening day.
No, brother, not even close.
And we I don't know.
Not
But the
even
fact they did, but hold on. Why couldn't the Avengers get by the box off? Why? Because we were talking about it a couple weeks ago. They were battling. Why the movie theaters were battling for that. They chose Doom over Avengers.
I think because they was
what was said was true that Warner Brothers they bought it before Doom. Before
Is it really? But we were like,
the
money
screens
speaks.
before.
But we always live by the rule. Money speaks.
Yeah.
But obviously, so it's either we're either honoring our contractual obligations,
Which is what they
to
did.
leave it to Dune,
That's what they did.
or
It
Marvel.
looks like that's what they did. And this is going to come back next year and bite them in the butt.
ass, yeah.
IMAX is about to take an L next year because Disney's going to get vengeance on this. They're not going to let this happen to them ever again. And that's the type of stuff that happens. Because when you do stuff like that, now it's like, all right, freak your shit. And not only freak IMAX, all
what's
my
the-
slates aren't going to deal with
So
your
the
IMAX.
first Kevin Feige, quote unquote, reasonable, like, why didn't this happen? I want to call it L. Why didn't this happen? Why? It's Dune.
It's the Russo brothers.
Here's
Russo
my
brothers.
thing.
Why did they before?
Because
This
they
the
got it
business.
first. Because they got it first.
But
I'm just
why?
going with
Who
that.
dropped the fucking ball for the
Right.
like?
See,
Because
I think they wasn't ready. I
That's
think
a
they wasn't
problem.
ready yet. I think they
Who
wasn't
let?
ready yet.
But see, because Dune
No,
was much more in their production, way further than Doomsday was even probably even thought up. So just for being so far ahead, close to release date, because this Dune was pushed back. Dune is
Dune,
ready.
yeah.
Dune's been ready for over 8 months.
Yeah.
So they could have released 6 months ago if they wanted to. So they were ready first. They slotted it in first. They got it. And okay, now let's talk about that they have it. If you're in a big theater, your local theater, and you see that the IMAX theater, which is usually theaters only have one,
Right.
one big IMAX theater, right? And it says, you're here for Doomsday, but it says Dune on top. You were here for Doomsday. They have 6 other Doomsday screens of smaller theaters, but still nice screens, but just they're not IMAX. Do you as a movie watcher say, freak, I'm loyal to the mother freaking format versus the reason why I'm watching a movie? I'm loyal to the format more than Avengers. Will they say, I want to change my ticket for Dune because I want to see it in IMAX? Or will they be like, why isn't Avengers in IMAX? Oh, because Dune beat him to it. What? Whatever. I'm gonna go see Avengers in the smaller theater today.
Avengers. They're gonna see that. It's gonna be lines up of people seeing.
I'll put it this way. So when Endgame came out, I saw Endgame in the morning. You know, like with the 10 a.m. I saw it in the morning. So I got it out the way. Then I went to go see it with my friends at, when it came out. So I saw it twice.
Okay.
So Dune, in the particular Dune sense, I will probably see if we wasn't in the world.
Well, if you're watching both, like if you guys are gonna watch both, I'm
But
talking about
see-
the ones who have to make a choice.
No, but I'm getting there. But
Yeah.
so the people that are going to see, I'm asking the question. So if there's no IMAX that night, if you take your date to go see Dune, quote unquote, why wouldn't people just go see it in the morning, or like the fans of Marvel?
The
I
morning-
get this. No, just go
I'm
see
not
the
trying
movie.
to answer your question.
Just to go see the movie. Damn the
No.
the glitz and fuck that shit.
I want
Go see the
7
movie.
p.m., 6 p.m. stage night dead center. I want
Oh, no,
exclusive
see, I wanna see
prime
the movie.
slot.
I think I'm
No.
just to see the damn movie.
I want the experience, bro. There's a difference between watching something at 10 in the morning with 11 niggas or watching something at 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m. with 500 niggas and we all coming together. That's a motherfucking different
Dune-
experience,
Dune
bro.
is in that spot. That in that Avengers.
And Dune has that spot.
And which-
niggas will take their party down the hall to the smaller theaters to see Avengers. Because here's what's really gonna go down. Let me tell you guys. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm gonna put y'all on game. If I'm a movie theater owner and I have the big IMAX and I have 2 Dolbys and a couple of digitals, say I have 10 theaters. If I'm a theater owner, because this is what's gonna happen, I guarantee you. If I'm a theater and Dune has to be in my IMAX, all 9, I'll give 8 theaters will all be Doomsday. My theater will be showing Doomsday in every other motherfucking theater, and I might give another Dune to one other theater.
Because you know it's the most popular thing.
Because I know what's gonna sell me tickets, bruh. I know what people are coming to see.
Yeah.
And I guarantee by week 2 of the it's gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. By week 2 of Dune's release, those IMAX theaters are gonna be almost empty.
It's gonna be sold out. I agree with that. It's gonna be
No.
people gonna be buying no ticket sales.
People are not gonna be, but there's gonna be IMAX theaters across the country that are not full because it's showing Dune.
You think so?
Yes. Those IMAX seats, let's use Universal, like 700
Now,
people
Dune
can fit in
doesn't-
there.
I don't think Dune has the rewatchability that Doomsday is going to have.
I don't think Dune has the pull to fill IMAX seats to capacity for 2 weeks.
Oh, they gonna do the Hollywood gonna do the voodoo shit.
That marketing gonna be
They
wild for Doom. That marketing gonna be way wild.
Timothy, we gonna make it up to you, dog. We gonna make sure we push your movie. That's why Avengers not in there. See, Timothy? See, I told you we got to Timothy. No Oscar this year.
So do you think
but
Doom
we gonna push
$1 billion?
Doom?
Yo, shout out to the lovely donation coming in at the right time, beautifying the studio with the lights, where the donations that you make affect our reality. So thank you guys so very much for showing love. And that donation came by way of Emperor. He says, I'm excited for Doomsday at the meetup. For Dune 3, I will be there opening night. Freak Doomsday. Doomsday can wait. It's going to be a cameo fest anyway. Much love, y'all. Wow.
Yeah, that too.
Imperator is like, freak Doomsday, I'm here for Dune.
Because I think
showing up for Dune. How many people are like Imperator?
Like, go see it in the morning, and then we'll fucking go see it at 6. Go see Dune at 6.
Dude, let's be honest. If you you stand outside of a theater, you see people walking in, and you ask them, I might do it. Hey, what are you gonna go see? Doomsday. It's gonna be like 70 out of 100.
Seeing Doom
are gonna say Doomsday. On December 18th.
We gonna see. I can't wait.
Oh,
that's gonna be a nice fight.
You see,
that's gonna be a
hey,
nice
listen,
fight.
that Doom trailer was nice. Rest in peace to the king. Celebrating the life of Chadwick Boseman and Kobe Bryant, now and forever, right here on Jody's Corner, bro. Thank you so very much for that. Big Low Nose Pop Culture says Jumanji 3 moved to Christmas Day. It was supposed to come out a week before Avengers and Doom. Avengers Doomsday can move up to December 13th and probably get IMAX, but I think that Disney wants to crush Dune 3. They can't move up because I think that they have exclusivity for like 3-4 weeks. Mm-hmm. I think Dune's just gonna be in theaters.
But that big ass that deal we talked about, Jody, we were back. Hey, where's that video at? Because we went back and forth on that shit. Because it was, we were like, you were wrong, but it were wrong in like I understand why you felt that way, because it was like in your brain, there's no controllable way that IMAX will not.
Oh yeah, I was definitely wrong.
Avengers, because there's no way.
Because you're right, and I feel bad because I know that IMAX is gonna hurt next year because of it. Disney's gonna kibosh them.
Yeah, effects.
And because right now, Disney.
So who does that fall on? Do we put that on Iger? Is that on Feige? I don't put that on Russo's.
That's on Feige. It's on Feige.
No, it's none of their fault. I believe that Dune, Warner Brothers locked it up early.
Bro, fuck Warner. We're Disney. Like, you know what I mean?
Like Warner Brothers.
I don't think that was ready.
I'm not.
What I'm saying, but we got the.
But when it comes to Dune of Doomsday, bro, I will evaporate Dune from existence to watch Doomsday.
That's you, dog.
Yes, that's me. What are you talking about? Most of the people in this chat, most of the people watching on YouTube,
and it didn't get IMAX.
Most of the people are gonna watch Doomsday.
I agree with you, but yeah, it didn't get IMAX.
They will watch Dune as well.
Who's gonna watch Dune? The people that are gonna watch Dune are people like us, people who love cinema, people who love great movies, people who love. Are you not factoring in the general audience that love these popcorn Doomsday? Has Dune made $1 billion?
Jody,
Has Dune made $1 billion?
Dune.
Is Dune gonna make?
It's the Dune shit,
Has
dog.
Dune made $1 billion?
It got close.
Has Dune 1 or 2 made $1 billion?
It got close.
2 almost made $1 billion. 2 almost made $1 billion.
They both made 700 million, I believe. 5 or 7.
Bro,
that's
Dune's
not
cool.
That's not close. 700 million. I need you guys to understand. 700 million, $750 million is not close to $1 billion. That's a long ways away. I know you guys want to be like, it's 3/4. Mathematically, and way that these production companies think, Like the Batman, how I said the Batman underperformed even though it was successful.
Yeah,
They were hoping for $1 billion. They got 750.
Like Jurassic Park.
You got $250 million less. Let me tell you, that's a lot of freaking money. Because right now, what is the name of that Ryan Gosling movie that just came out last weekend?
Like space, like kind of like a space outer.
Chad, help me out. Chad, help me out with this one. What was the name of the Ryan Gosling movie, the sci-fi movie that just came out this last weekend? Thank you, Sean. Project Hail Mary. Project Hail Mary.
I didn't even hear about that shit at the time.
Well, Project Hail Mary is being lauded for opening and having a it made $180 million
Wow.
worldwide opening weekend.
Wow.
Do you know that gets wiped away and you're still negative $80 million if you made $1 billion to $750 million?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
This $250 million is a lot of money. $250 million can make or break a film. Some movies never seen $250 million. Scream is being lauded for making $200 million. Is a record.
You talking about the new one? That's
Yes, because that not getting $250 million is huge for any company. So 750 is great, but it ain't shit if you chasing a Billy.
yeah.
If you have money invested where you're expecting $1 billion, you're telling your investors, $1 billion, let's start the bids at $1 billion, and you come in at 750, no.
They'll be mad as shit.
So the fact that Dune will not make $1 billion, the whole trilogy goes by. Well, it has IMAX, so we'll see.
It might make $1 billion. It might make $1 billion.
I still don't think so. I still don't think so, but we'll see.
It's
You know,
going to
trilogies-
eat. It's definitely going to eat.
It's going to eat based off of format. If this movie makes more, it will be because of the IMAX format. I don't think it's going to make $1 billion. I'll get on record right now. I don't think that Dune 3 is going to make $1 billion. Even with the boost of IMAX. Exclusive.
Because when we saw that second one, that theater was packed. It wasn't like the first one. The first one was dry. So people might really, and since that second one, maybe the first one, people has really been going to that.
And Jews work in mysterious
So
ways. They gonna give that shit to Timothy
I can see
Chalamet.
that movie making. I see that movie making $1 billion. Maybe.
The Dark Knight made $1 billion.
Different time.
The hype
dog.
was through the roof.
Yeah.
The
Different
Dark
time.
Knight Rises,
Batman.
It's a different time.
Batman
We're in the
Begins
post-
made $300 million.
Batman alone is well, surprisingly will make
different
make
audience,
that.
different time.
And then Nolan,
Okay.
and then the name Nolan alone puts the credit on it.
The Joker made $1 billion.
I don't
Rated
know.
Different
R.
audience, different time. Nigga,
It was
crazy
2019.
before COVID. This
I don't
audience changed after COVID.
Dan,
Yeah,
people
it
are
was okay.
stupid.
The audience
How that
less-
movie
There's
made
less
$1
people watching movies.
After COVID,
I'm
Yeah.
still surprised that movie made $1 billion. I
which
was
affected
shocked.
everything else.
So
the
here's what.
money
So,
is
so let
skewed.
me pivot to the ramifications of this happening. I think that people are gonna. What I see are people. Doomsdays all day long in theaters. Maybe 2 Dune screenings, and everyone else gonna be watching on the freaking Doomsday. Those theaters are gonna be full to the max, and there'll be IMAX showings of Dune in the second weekend, half empty.
You think so?
I know so.
Well, I hope
Second weekend, IMAX, half empty.
these nerds don't do their little and spoil the damn Doomsday movie before it come out and killing their own.
The
hype.
point I'm making is not full. Because if it was Doomsday, full. Hell, you might even find some first weekend that
That's
ain't
a
full.
big reach,
Because
though,
everybody's watching Doomsday. And we'll see.
Because some people are not even into the Marvel franchise. They into
Dune.
they might go to
How many
Dune.
people are they? They're the same amount of people that couldn't get Dune 800 million before.
Well, sometimes we talk about the general population too. Some of them are not.
What happens to
into
Star Wars when the Star Wars movie comes out?
billion?
Billion.
Yeah. It's
because the fan base is large, right?
Because the nerd population is huge for
Right,
Star
so
Wars.
the fan base of Dune is much smaller than the fan base of Star Wars. They made $1.5 billion even when they hated the movie, and they knew they were boycotting. They boycotted Star Wars, and they still made $1.5 billion, bro.
They gonna suck it off, bro.
All right, I don't think the Dune franchise is nearly as big, obviously.
Then Doomsday.
Well, this is their chance to show.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, but I think that for the previous year, when Disney's like, all right, for sure, if they're petty, we ain't showing IMAX no more. Because what did Disney just do this week? They just dropped an AI company from utilizing their product.
Yeah.
And said, "Nah, we're not even doing your shit at all. We'll find something else." What happened there? I don't know. But these motherfuckers have the power to open and shut your lights off.
Yep.
And they could turn the lights down on IMAX because of this. So we'll see what happens if next year, if 2027, if we see that, and there's at least 2 movies from the MCU coming out. We'll see if they even want. Yeah. We'll see if they even want IMAX screens next year.
How would you feel though if Dune make way more money than Doomsday?
I'm gonna tell you right now, it won't. But I'll play your game because I do answer hypothetical questions. I'll be shocked. I'll be in disbelief, and then I would challenge it. I would think it's fake. Like Captain Marvel's ticket sales, I still think those are fake. And Terminator Dark Fate, I still think those are fake, made up sales. I think they're buying. I think that companies buy tickets to show this the company or the stockholders.
So you
that
do
we're doing
believe
well.
in the magic of Jews?
Yeah.
They're gonna buy the hell out of that movie as make good for Timothy Chalamet. It is gonna make more money. So why you just say that?
What if people say?
I lean into the negative. Why don't you?
I think that
I lean into that. They're gonna corrupt it, fuck the system up. It's gonna make more movie than Doomsday, and then we're gonna get the headline, and it's gonna be because of Timothy Chalamet, and he got screwed.
I think Timothy Chalamet is gonna hurt Dune right now. People are not gonna watch it because of what he said.
I think I don't think it's as
they took the Oscar from him already.
And I said, you know how they beat you up and they gotta beat him. They gotta beat him. But if he was black, they would have canceled him. I'm saying they're gonna bring him back because they need him.
No. Dune's gonna get a hit because of what he said.
So what if you?
There's already a negative buzz in Hollywood about Timothy Chalamet. There's a negative buzz on him from weird people on the internet. I don't feel this way. I 100% agree with Timothy Chalamet say ballet's boring as hell. He didn't say nothing wrong, but I understand that he is a Zendaya, and a Zendaya can't say that. So because people on the internet are weird. How dare you? My grandma was a. So people on the internet are bashing Timothy Chalamet. There's some people that are defending him, but when the woke mob comes in droves. More people are down on him than up on him right now. When Dune comes out, they're gonna be down, just like Amber Heard. Aquaman 2 had no chance in hell because Amber Heard was a part of that movie.
Yeah, and what she did with Johnny Depp. Yeah,
to a lesser extent, this film is going to be hurt too. Not like that one, not like Aquaman 2, but it's going to be hurt.
Let's see how strong his stock really is.
Let's see how. Hey, this will be a big deal, right?
This will be a good test.
If it makes $1 billion with the IMAX, with the
all will be
controversy,
forgiven. He'll win the Oscar next year.
How would y'all feel though if people
for this movie?
For this movie.